I can't smell my feet. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for another episode of How It's Made, where I'm going to show you all the decisions and factors it took to make the music that I have released to this date. Now, as soon as this episode airs, we will have 2 episodes out. Did you know that? Did you know that? It's crazy. 2 episodes. Come on. We're getting popular. Damn. Disclaimer. The fact is true that there will be 2 episodes out by the time this is released. Shit's crazy. Anyway, if you like this series so far, this is only episode 2. Just get ready for some more. I have so many more listed, and we're going to do this. Just leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications for the next episode and any other music video they're in, and let's get started. So welcome back, everybody. This is actually going to be a shorter video because we are going to be covering the 20-something. What the f was it? I didn't do my research. God damn it. Hold on. 2017. The 2017 single Sleep Tight featuring Ego 11. At the time it was Infinite Mind, but we're not going to go into that. This one's actually going to be kind of more simpler and shorter. I say simpler as that's a word that was frequently used in the first episode, and I about hacked my own head off through the screen. It was ridiculous. I'm going to show you approximately how I learned to make this song, on how I learned it. This is one of my first ever electronic songs that I've ever made. When I was making this song, that actually wasn't in 2017, I don't think. That was more... It was 2017. Anyway, so when I when I was learning how to make this kind of music, I started with this song. I looked up what anybody else would do, come here to famous old YouTube in its beginning years, and learn how to make music. So what I did was searched how to write music and came up with this. Let's see how that goes. The first thing I'm going to show you is the melody, because that's what it had me start with in that video. What they first taught me was you need to make a melody and then you can build off of that. Or, like I said in the last video, you can start with chords and build off of that. Either one, whichever one kind of sparks your interest first. What they what they showed me in the video I watched, can't even remember, so I can't link it down below. You can literally find hundreds upon hundreds of videos on YouTube about how to write music. So if that's your fancy, do it. We start with, I believe, this. This right here was the beginning pattern that I came up with. Before we begin, this song is in C major. I do have it outlined here in the helper notes. It is actually in the default setting because obviously default is C major. So if your eyes follow along with that, perfect. If they follow along with this already branded kind of thing that FL Studio does, perfect, because we both can work together here. If you don't know how to do the helper guide on here without putting up a whole bunch of ghost notes like, you know, a noob, this is how you do it. Ooh, special effects. I'm showing a scene that I'm not in. Okay, good? Perfect? Okay. I can't remember how long it was. There you go. So we are in the key of C, and this is what they had me do first, was make the melody. I believe I put it in pattern mode right up here. You just push the pattern button as opposed to song, and you can see the dial here changing out, and I moved to this pattern. This pattern is currently being played by a synth that won't show. Why? Oh, it's under here. by Citrus. Jesus Christ. It is under the synth preset, and it sounds like this. The first thing they kind of covered was sound design, but it's not really sound design. It's just choose a sound that you really like. And I was like, cool, I'll choose this one. Okay, so what they told me to do was make a melody, and here it is. And the other thing they teach you, which I don't know if I've said it yet, is try to make it different every other 4 measures. So you have the first 4 measures here are the standard melody, and then it kind of repeats itself here. But then after the 4th one, it's the rule of 3s, where that's where it ends off and then repeats itself. Sometimes you'd like to have it this note that's just one short of the tonal, but obviously these aren't tonal notes. This is. And obviously it doesn't reach the tonal until right there. So, but it does do it here at the top. So, you know, if you want to learn music theory, go somewhere else. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to teach as much music theory as I can in these videos. And I ought to say that I mean pure comedy and laughing my ass off while nobody else laughs at me. So, they actually told me to make this melody later on in the video, but I'm going to show you it now because it's part of the melody section. Because right after they told me to make the melody, after they proposed making the melody, I made the chords off of that, which is what they instructed. Which is how you got this chorus here, but we'll get into that a little bit later. This next melody is kind of a counter melody to support the other one, which is longer, and for some reason all the notes are off beat, and I wonder if I did that on purpose, but I can't remember, because I was just starting out with this. Don't give me a break. I couldn't save it. I don't know, man. Excuse me? So, same thing here with the chords as kind of like with these two melodies here. One of them is melodic, and one of them just holds a pitch. And you may be wondering, man, you've been going on for 30 minutes and haven't actually said a single thing that's useful. Well, tell me, what do you do with the melodies? You make one melody that's the base of the song, and then you make another one that kind of supports it while being a longevity of the chords. And then after that, you build the chords either in a melodic way, such as this, in a more EDM fashion, and or you do it in a place that holds the chords for the song so that people know what kind of key and song structure it's going into. Now you tell me I didn't say a single thing in this video. Bitch. Okay, I'm kidding. Anyway, so after said not able to say anything clearly, you'll want to, when making the chords, make the chords, obviously. Here we have a C, E, and then F. Goes from major, minor, to major again. Your chord progression could be totally different, all the same. You can screw your mom with your chord progression, you can screw your sister, and then go on Pornhub, and then collect it all, go to Eurasia, and mob's your uncle. You've got a banana sandwich. Chef. So, you'll want, for the pre-chorus here, I kept it simple. And then in the chorus, I did not apply the rule of 3s to these chords here, but usually the rule of 3 kind of depends. Here, obviously not, because they weren't the main thing, even though obviously, well, I guess these weren't the main thing either. So yeah, if they're not the main thing, sometimes the rule of 3 can be set aside. If they're just kind of like a supporting background kind of thing. But, you know, you want to keep it fresh. You don't have to change everything as soon as the 4th or 8th measure hits. It's not a science. It's not rocket science. You can do whatever you want. It's called art for a reason. Do it yourself the way you want to do it. But here's how to make it simple, is what I'm saying. But I made this chords thing way too complicated already. You have your chords, which are kind of underlying, and then you have your melodic. In this case, to make this, I'm not saying this is the way to make music down to a science. I'm just saying this is how I made it. Deal with it. Okay. The bass. So complex. Play, mother. Come on. And now you might be wondering, Blain, you haven't, you haven't said it, like, your decisions on any of these sounds or anything. I'm like, well, I was trying to learn. Don't judge me. My thought process in this whole entire song was basically kind of a darker feel, because I'm like, man, I want Ego to do this, so I did darker. And so what did I do? I put a sub bass with a brass, or like a saw, which is what I did. And you can do the same thing too. So with the bass, it repeats itself, and you just kind of do variations of it. I'm saying it again like this is, a formula. But if you were to hackishly recreate my work and then sell it off as your own, and then I'll come at you with my 15 lawyers. So anyway, I took the bass notes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, of these chords here. Pretty sure I took the bass notes, elongated a couple of them, obviously, and then made this melody for the sub bass that I can't find and won't play in a pattern. And then you basically just do the same thing. Whenever I did like a saw kind of thing, I would take a brass VST, which this one's from Citrus. I don't think I changed anything. So yeah, went to the brass section. Greasy 2 was a nice good one. Whenever you want like a low growl. For some reason it's turned way down, probably because I'm a hack. So the bass section is pretty short. It's basically just when did I turn it on and off. Whenever you're doing the bass, if you have no other ideas to make it funky, just take the bottom notes of your main chords, or your third or your fifth, and just octave it down till it's bass. Anyway. There you have it. There's the bass. I told you, this is simple. I learned it off a video, which is what I'm trying to get at here with my point, which is why I'm not explaining the decisions I made, because I'm trying to drive into your head. Anybody can do this if you try hard enough, if you want to be a musician. Alright, so when it came to the beat, serious time. When it came to the beat, I did have to learn a bit how to do this. Before I made this song, I was like a Mozart piano. Let me actually. Anyway, so this guy Lucas King here, gonna shout him out real quick. He's one of the reasons why I did piano music and why I kind of have a more piano-based music theory mindset, despite me losing a lot of it. Obvious shout out, not sponsored. Love the guy. But it also kind of, not his fault. No, I'm not trying to say that. He's the reason I got into piano music, which is why my mindset is always focused on all of that. But then when it comes to like beats and everything like that, sometimes my mind can kind of lack in that area. So when it comes to stuff like this, especially when I was learning how to do it, that's mainly what I watched it for, to see how the beat and the pianos and other instruments and everything collided together to make beauty. Anyway, so when I made this song, they had to teach me, hey, here's how you make like kind of funky hip hop kind of thing. So here you go, here I did it. Yeah, that's the ghost and notes of what I made, and this is what it sounds like. Is it on pattern? It is not. Yeah, it's just those two. So yeah, the only time that beginning part is ever done was right there. So you have those hats. For some reason, that's put under drums, even though there's not a single drum in that whole entire thing, because that just repeats itself over and over and over and over and over and over. The only drum in this whole entire song is right down here. Not quite sure why that's there. And then you have these. So while these are meant to be more melodic, again, you have an underlying thing that kind of keeps the beat slash rhythm slash... I'm not sure what to call it. The thing that lasts out longer as the beat goes on rather than tries to chop up the beat to make a rhythm. If somebody has a word for that, call me stupid and put it down below. So yeah, just every single beat. For some reason these aren't on a single beat for freaking whatever reason. And then it does this. Gives you a complete earache, because now that I'm hearing them alone together, why the hell did I do that? I don't know. Let's find out. But then you have the 808, which you want, which you typically would put for pitches, and this is the beat for that throughout the whole song. So it's not 4/4. Well, it is 4/4, obviously, but it's not right on the beat. It's kind of like different. So the way I kind of mixed it, it kind of makes sense because okay, no, the way I mixed it doesn't make sense. Because this is using the same exact hat. Don't ask me what I did. I made these decisions like 4 years ago. 3 years ago. I don't know. I can't keep track, man. 3 years ago-ish. It had to have been... This isn't 20... I'm looking it up. Watch me go. This project was started... Yep, there you go. October 6th of 2016. So yeah. 4 years ago. Almost. Oh my god, I'm getting old. Anyway. So, yeah, makes no sense. Don't do that. Probably a stupid idea. But for some reason, it kind of sounds good. Kind of gives like a delay to the hat. So, in a way, it kind of sounds good. I'm not sure how. It kind of gives like a quick echo effect to it, which... I guess kind of sounds good to the untrained ear, but maybe it kind of sounds good to any other ear. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I was like 18. Shut up. Yeah, and then I guess the only thing really appropriate now is just to see how everything interacts with each other. Because that's the video. Besides the fact that I just want to say, like I said, this was done when I was 18. Anybody can do this. Even if you have to go on YouTube and learn it, you're gonna learn how to do this stuff. Whether you're doing Sleep Tight from 2017, 2016, or if you're doing stuff from the upcoming album coming to 2020, don't forget to watch out for that one. It's gonna be dope. It's called learning for a reason. Not everyone's going to be a natural at this stuff. If it's something you want to do and music is the only thing your mind is tuned to, do it. My God. This song didn't have a story until after I was finished with it. Some songs have a story years before they're conceived, and some songs have a story as they're being made. It doesn't matter. If it's coming from you, and it's coming from deep within, it doesn't matter. If the lyrics is the only thing you put soul into, make sure the beat sounds good first. If the beat's the only thing that you have soul to, maybe you can even shove it off on someone else as a burden and then throw them in a fiery pit for stealing your shit. That's never happened to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that beauty comes from within, and the music is just an extension of oneself. So even if it's something as simple as this that was learned off of a YouTube video, and everybody thought that you're the one who did it, you still did it. It doesn't matter where you learned it from or how you learned it or where it came from. It came from you. So don't stop doing what you're doing. I think that might be all I have time for. I don't know how long this video is. I'm not going to get to the mixing on this one, because that's not what this video is about. The video is about, ever since day one of this song, everyone's like, wow, this is really good. You're really good at this. But I always doubted myself. I was always like, how can you be proud of me? I made it from a video. They showed me how to do this. They didn't show how to make this song. Stop hitting it. They didn't show me how to make this song. They showed me how to make music. And I can't remember what song or what video it was. I could not even find it on YouTube if you even asked me to. Trust me. There's too many. You can write... I will link you a video or a site or a YouTube channel that's really good at teaching you how to do stuff, which has really helped me since the beginning. I will link you a couple, actually. And that's what this video is about. This video is to tell you, get your mind out of your ass about thinking where it came from. It came from you, and that's what matters. And this guy. Okay, so first one is, if I can find it, here we go. So this guy, BusyWorks Beats, has his own website and everything, busyworksbeats.com, and even /support if you want to support him. He does amazing videos, amazing work, and teaches you how to do things even by step, even better than how I do it. See what I mean here? Just off the thumbnails here. Don't quote me on this. If I get, you know, sabotage, whatever. Love this guy. He taught me almost everything I know when I first started. And then there's this guy. He shows you more in depth about how to make the song, what you're doing, to a sound design level. So while he does that too, they both incorporate their own mindsets to how they mix music and what the best way to do it is. This guy, go to his website and join it. Promise you, you won't regret it. Right here, over here. He even has a Facebook and Twitter. Go to him and support him. He'll show you how to do things. And then in the mix here is also a really good guy. He's even on Instagram. Go follow him. He's amazing. He shows you even in-depth tricks that you didn't know about FL Studio if you're a user that you didn't know about, such as the helper that shows the key without doing the ghost notes. He will show you, like right here, the sound design fundamentals to the bone. He doesn't do just FL Studio. He does other things as well, like Ableton, I think. My boys taught me everything I know. I mean, besides myself, I taught myself a lot of stuff too, because that's the thing. You can't just take everybody else's sound. The sound has to come from you. And even if you got it from a tutorial, there's part of it that came from you. So don't beat yourself up. Because even if it's from a tutorial on YouTube, people learn how to knit on YouTube. People learn how to build things from YouTube. People learn how to fix cars from YouTube. People learn how to take care of children from YouTube. Probably not the best place, but they do it. People learn how to steal cars from YouTube. Probably not the best place, but they do it. You can learn music from even the weirdest places. And I promise you it's worth it. Especially when it comes from you, because you are a beautiful soul, and I will be proud of anything that you made. Just send it over, and I will listen. I will support you to the end. But that is all the time I had for, because this section alone, recording it, is 15 minutes, and I don't have a whole lot of time. Probably cut some of this down, but I'm just saying, You can do it. You can do it. If you want to hear the full audio of this song, Sleep Tight. That's not that. You can hear it on iTunes, SoundCloud. I don't know if it's on SoundCloud anymore. iTunes, Spotify, and streaming services near you. And you can hear it even on our website, which I shall link below. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I have to record it here anyway. I'm in a new studio, so while these videos might be delayed or they're just coming up, something like that, hope you enjoyed the first one. I hope you enjoy the rest of this series. I want you to always remember you have a happiness inside you, and you have a music that is waiting to touch that light to come out. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and share and subscribe below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.